my name is Christopher and I'm from Detroit. I'm a writer, book artist, and self-publisher who writes in many genres. Here is a list of a few of them. Okay, so let's talk about my work. Where do I begin? So a long time ago, I had a friend who inspired me to look into spiritual matters, mainly alchemy. This led me down a deep rabbit hole that I'm still trying to understand today. Anyway, one of the most important tenets of alchemy is to perform the great work, which is also referred to simply as the work. Today, I'd like to give you an overview of my work. Typically, as an author, it's frowned upon to hop genres, but for me, it's more fun to explore different worlds and concepts. With that said, I mainly write about magic and mysticism, and much of my work has a visionary or metaphysical bent. Some of my novels are semi-autobiographical, for better or for worse. And like I've mentioned, I'm very passionate about alchemy, and that is a prime focus. So alchemy is all about purification, and the gold has to undergo many steps to let go of its impurities. In this way, I would say that my work deals with the challenge of refining one's character by synthesizing our inner duality and refining the gold. Many of my characters go through some type of metaphysical crisis, which leads to some kind of spiritual revelation where they reconcile their dark and light halves. In many of my stories, this leads to the character seeing alternate realities or journeying through a dream world on their way to some kind of universal truth. Spirituality is very important to me, very important, and I believe we should all be on a quest to find some kind of deeper meaning in life, maybe a relationship with the divine, a focus on our place in the universe, and some kind of search to connect with our higher selves. Many of my stories have religious components, which is not for everybody, but I also dabble in elements of horror and moments of transgression, examinations of the abject or the darker side of life. I typically write under 3 different pen names. My most prolific pen name is Christopher of Detroit, and I also write under anonymous and just my name. Under my Christopher of Detroit pen name, I've authored 3 books. The first is this one, The Invisible Histories of the Spiral Mountain. I will explain that in another video. And the second one is The Erotic Tales of Bucephalus, and I will also explain that in another video. And the third is Dominique's Confession, a Roaring Twenties dark romance, which will also have its own video. I've also written 2 poetry books, and all the links will be in the description. Most of my work is about spirituality and magic. I'll do another video with why I chose my Christopher Detroit pen name at a later date, but that's quite a long story, so it's too much for this video. As far as my erotica, I've also published under Anonymous. This is the stuff that's less about spirituality and magic, and it's written more towards market. I have a pretty extensive catalog of shorts, of erotic shorts, and I've included another link in the description where you can find some of them. If you want to know more about each book, you can check out my Behind the Books playlist, which I'm still building, but it will have behind-the-scenes details about many of my releases, with some candid stories about how I created them and what kind of struggles I had or what inspired me.